Right, guys, welcome back to another podcast. Happy New Year once again. This is another episode, Industry Through the Lens, with me and
DJ Kivraj.
Today's another guest, a guest unique in his own ways. I'm going to let the guest do his talking, and we'll go from there.
Hi guys, it's DJ Manny from KUDOS, and we're an event and a production company based in West London.
Perfect. Simple as that. That's how simple you can keep it. Manny, how you been? How's your New Year's, man?
It's been good. You know what? I've got to say, January has just flown past, and can I just add this? It's a beautiful office, you know.
Oh no, thank you.
I've just been admiring it.
Oh,
when I was
thank you,
thinking
man.
what you're going to ask me, I was thinking, wow, this is heavy.
Thank you, man.
It's looking good.
No, thank you. Yeah, tell us. Obviously, I say it in every podcast. Anyone that's to do with the industry, you don't really get a lot of family time. So how does it mean to you to have family time over Christmas?
Having family time during Christmas, that's the thing that we cherish the most. Because otherwise, it's just. Because it's like a mad rat race. You'll just go. Especially you guys know how it is in this industry. You're just literally from one day to the next.
That's it.
Planning this, that, executing events. It gets crazy. But we look forward to that time and appreciate that time.
Yeah.
Because that's generally the only bit of downtime that we can get 100%. With our family. And to be fair, it's been wicked. I mean, my little one's 18 months.
Oh, congratulations on that as well. It must be. What's it like to be a dad?
You know what? Your words can't describe it. Yeah. When you you're not married, are you?
No, not married. No,
yet.
Still
Is this I'm gonna put the cue in right? Any single ladies out there, right?
Not yet. We're in the season of grinding at the moment.
Oh, fine.
The season of grinding.
Fine. I'll do a couple of announcements at some weddings. You let me know, bro.
Yeah. We'll see you quite a lot. So next time we'll be standing right next to you. But how's it to be a dad? Explain. Obviously, you said it's hard to explain.
Bro, it's hard to explain. I mean, it's just a crazy feeling. It's mad, man. I mean, it's just having this little person that you've created, and it's just like this little bundle of joy is just everything. It just changes you. It changes your mentality as a person. You grow up anyway, obviously. Not like I'm immature now. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying. You grow up as a person because you don't.
You've got an extra person to look after now.
It's funny because I was having this chat with one of our guys, Jazz Johal, and he was saying when you have children, you don't live for yourself anymore. You're living for them.
100%.
So it's just about thinking of them like 24/7, which is a wicked feeling in itself.
100%.
You can't describe it, bro. It's amazing, man. Honestly, all the dads out there, big up. Obviously, all the mums out there, big up even more because you lot have it harder.
That's it. I know.
But it's wicked when you come home and you're playing with him and you see his face light up, and it's wicked, man. Obviously, I do all the dad things with him, so like wrestling and this, that,
the fun stuff,
throwing him about. And,
I mean, you've got a couple of animals as well. I mean, you've got a lot of love for animals. Talk to me. You've got how many dogs?
I've got 3 dogs. I need to use a couple of fingers now. 3 dogs and a cat.
Oh, how animals? Explain to me. Obviously, I've got a dog as well, and you can vouch for it as well. And having
Coco, big up Coco if you're watching.
Big up Coco.
Your dad's on TV.
That's it. And even Walnut. There you go.
Big up Walnut, bro. You better go sleep, bro. You better get your food's on the dinner table. Make sure
that's it. But
you know what? Did your Frenchie throw up as well sometimes?
Oh my! We've had to have an op.
No way. Oh, you done that boa session?
Yeah, we had to. But talk to me. Like, obviously, owning an animal. What's the feeling? You can't relate. You can't.
I'll be honest. I'm not.
He's an animal. Have you seen him outside?
So talk to me. Having dogs, having cats. What's it like? Obviously,
it depends. I mean, it depends on if you're an animal person. It basically depends on that. To be honest, I mean. Obviously, for me, I'm a big animal person. Obviously, we're from Kenya. As the older people call it, Kenya. They say that, don't they?
That's it. Or 1947.
That's it.
You can vouch it.
Yeah, I can.
Every family.
And he wants to stay quiet, bro.
That's it. He just doesn't want to talk about it.
I don't want to upset the uncles and that.
Don't worry, the uncles will understand us. They'll agree with us. They'll agree with us.
You got the Kenya pugga as well.
That's it, man.
Where's your 50, bro?
No 50 today, bro. No 50 cents today. No 50 cents.
The chunji, I just want to ask you, I know we're off topic. The chunji, I've always wondered, is it the pointy bit?
Yeah, this bit. I ain't got one today. I haven't got one today. Mine's not.
We don't have the pointy chunji.
We don't have the point. I mean, some days
mine. Should we do a pug comparison of that?
Go on.
You know, I think, the way he ties his pug is sick.
No,
obviously yours is nice as well. As in mine. I like the way you.
Do you know what it is?
Dug myself.
No, do you know what it is?
We never get him back.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is? Like with me, I think I can. Like, even if there's one, like today, there was creases. I can feel it on my head, even though I can't see it. It will really bug me. Even at events, do you know when you do back-to-back events and you're like, shit, got to have a bug now. Got to have a bug. Like sometimes I look at myself like the bug's not neat, but it'll have to do. Like even you know it. Like when you're getting ready for gigs and stuff like that. Like
by the time my bug is, I forgot it at home today.
Have you ever worn a bug?
At my wedding, at my wedding. To be fair, I went seat camp when I was younger.
Okay.
That was a really good experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd recommend seat camp actually to all the younger people out there. I mean, obviously, even if you're not into Sikhi, it's really good to go and experience it. There's a lot of activities. I think I went when I was about 13 or something like that. So when I was 13, I went to seat camp. And I had a pug there. They tied a pug on me, and it's a really good experience. Yeah. Obviously, even if you're not Sikh, whatever religion you are, embrace your religion and just like be a part of it. And it's when you're younger, it's nice to kind of have that
100%.
have that connection with your religion. I think anyway, personally speaking. But the second time I wore a pug was I done a few fashion shoots actually as well. I done a few fashion shoots for some magazines. Okay. Asiana was one of them.
You were wearing a pug?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it was a bit more, I did like a Rajasthani style pug.
Okay.
Well, not a Punjabi pug, but I've had
part-time
another
model.
shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that?
Part-time model.
Yeah. I'll try my best. Now, you guys done a shoot for me as well.
Did we?
Eastwest, yeah. Go on, done a shoot. Not with it was just a lifestyle shoot.
Oh, is it?
It was in your old office. It was
in Cranford.
Yeah. And I did one for one of my remix artworks was I had a pug there.
Okay.
Well, for that, and then also for my wedding day.
Oh wow!
Yeah, for my wedding day. So
how long ago did you get married?
2017. It's about 6 years ago now.
Yeah, 6 years ago now.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, family time is good. Animals are good. The Frenchie. I mean, he's just like, he's crazy, man. All the animals. You can't really, when you have an animal, you can't really choose your favorite.
100%.
People are like, have you got a favorite? I think you have, but you don't know yourself what it is. You know what I mean? My missus was like, oh, you favor the German Shepherds, for example. Or you favour our cat more. Yeah. Like, you don't show him enough love. I do.
But it's hard when you've got... There's so many of them.
It's like getting in line, bro. You know what I mean? That's it. How's Coco doing anyway?
He's chilling, man. He's good, just relaxing.
We should have brought him in today.
We should have just
got them together.
Thankfully, we didn't.
He's scared of dogs.
He's scared of dogs. I just don't like them. Like, they're just unnecessary.
I bring Coco in and I have to put him after.
I was alright last time.
Yeah, last time. Because you know Frenchies, they're quite jumpy, man. So they're like,
I don't know, they're just always sniffing and stuff.
No, you know what? It's funny because even my dog, so my Frenchie Walnut, when he's sometimes like people that know him is fine because they know that's how he sounds. You know, obviously Frenchie have a flat nose.
Yeah. So they sound like it's like the gremlin.
Yeah. So when they're breathing, because the way their nose is,
sounds like they're angry.
It sounds like they're angry and it sounds like they're growling. So it's like very like.
But they're the most friendliest
dogs.
And
he's like, "Bro, your dog's growling at me."
Exactly.
He's like, "No,
that's so friendly, man.
To be fair, his is alright. Like the few times I've been here and he's been there, he's become alright. But so we've obviously spoken about
family. Let's get to talk to the industry now.
Sorry, man. I've got to attend.
That's fine.
This is what we love. We love talking. We want to know about you as well. So it's a good topic. So Kivraj, ask away, man.
So we obviously realised that you're a part-time model. Currently a DJ as well, full-time, everything.
Good looks don't last that long. You know what I mean? Got to break it.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
But you actually started off as a tool player.
I did. Yeah, I did.
So talk to us about that.
So how did that kind of go about?
That was, I think...
Who did you play with as well? So, like...
That sounded a bit weird there, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Cut that out. I didn't play with no one.
Yeah, who did you perform
with or what company did I play for? Yeah. So, excuse me. So, I mean, I started playing Dawn when I was probably about 12, 13. Around that sort of age. I don't know exactly what kind of age, but around 12, 13, I'd say. I think the interest in music was like from as young as I can remember. And then from there, I got into Dawn because I just used to, when we used to go to weddings and parties and things, you see Dawn players and you think, bro, that looks like, you just gain an interest and you think that looks sick. And you see them on stage. And when I was younger, it was people like, who can I mention top of my head? We can mention names, can't we?
Yeah. Dr. Haley.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see him personally. When I was younger, I remember seeing like Bobby Pannisser, for example. Like, he's a legend in the game. Yeah, even like Johnny Kelsey, Prit Power. This was when I was younger, before I even started playing. Yeah. So, I mean, I remember seeing those guys on stage when I was like at a party or a dinner dance or family wedding or whatever, and just seeing them on stage and the presence and the atmosphere and vibe they created, thinking, well, this is something I want to consider. And obviously I love music anyway. I've always wanted to get into Dawn. I wanted to try at Tabla, but I never got around to it. But I got into Dawn, and I played for Ministry of Dawn for a number of years, actually, quite a few years. Yeah. I actually wish I carried on, to be fair. Obviously the whole DJing thing started, but we'll get to that. So I was playing Dawn, started from about 12, 13 years old, and started with Ministry of Dawn, and just from there, just built up, and then that kind of led me into DJing. I didn't fall into it, so to speak, but that was how can I put it, the next thing in line from what I was currently doing at that point.
So how did that kind of happen then? How did
So
the transition
from DAW to DJing.
I mean, it's quite like a lot of DJs, especially
it is common,
from
yeah,
your generation as well. Like a lot of them started as DAW players, right?
Yeah, we did, yeah. So a lot of like my sort of age group, for example, back then we started playing DAW.
I started playing DAW as well before I started DJing as well. Yeah.
Mad.
So I mean, but he's alright. He's alright. Obviously, he same age as me, but he never gets bigger. You know what I mean? He never gets bigger. He's like Peter Pan.
Wait, like I'm 22. Yeah,
I'm 20.
So we're still there. I like to call myself young.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 32.
Okay.
So I mean, but everyone says I look 26 as well.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so going back. So how did
at least you agreed with me? I thought you were gonna say now, bro. You look 40.
Can I be really honest with you? How do you say 32?
32, yeah.
Yeah, you look about the early 30s. 100%.
Well, you could have said 28.
I was going to say about 27, 28.
Yeah. You do look young.
He complimented your plug. I should be the one who's like...
No, I try. It's skincare. Good skincare routine.
That's
people.
it.
That's what we want to see.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
We'll talk about the DJ Manny skincare routine.
That's it.
When you get glowing skin like this, that's how you know, isn't it?
And then you become a model, guys. Manny, talk to us. So obviously, before you had the ways of going to DAW, and then into DJing, you were obviously studying in school. So what were you studying in school? What did you as a kid? What were you wanted to do?
Do you know what? I don't know if I certainly did, but I don't know if I can speak for everyone, all the young people nowadays or back then. Personally, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something music related, so I wanted to study music. That was obviously music's been a big passion since I was like way years ago. Obviously, like, since I was really young. It's not really been in my family, to be honest. Like my mum and dad are they're not musicians or anything like that. Okay. But I've just had that interest and passion for music from when I was young. So obviously the DAW started after that, and then I was playing DAW while I was at school and stuff. And then just in school, I wanted to study music. I used to at lunchtime go into the music room, and back then the Apple Macs had just come out. You know, the old school massive Bajanta ones, the big ones, those. And then we used to have GarageBand on there, and I used to just mess around. I was cool with my music technology teacher, so he used to just give me the keys for the music studio, and I used to just go in there, play the drums, this, that, and just have a laugh. Sometimes on my own, sometimes with a few of my mates. Just make music, and I used to take my DAW in sometimes, and just from there. So I knew I wanted to do something music related. I'm not really a sit behind a desk kind of person. Obviously now I kind of am, but because it's part of the job, it doesn't feel like work. And I'm a firm believer, if you enjoy what you do, it doesn't feel like work.
100%.
And you should enjoy what you do. Like even when my son gets older, I'd rather him not want to stereotypically be like a doctor or this, that. If he wants to, that's wicked, that's amazing. I'll be happy for him. But I would always say to people, do what you want to do and you have an interest in and you have a passion in. Whether it's like, it doesn't mean it could be the greatest job in the world, or it could just be a minor job. As long as you're happy, do you know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people follow the money nowadays, which it's just as important.
Do you know what it is? It's funny you say that, and we're having the conversation off camera. I sit there and say, do you know what? It's the cost of living now. It's just gone over the roof. And look, you've got a baby now. You could talk to us about it. Like you could see, obviously, from when it used to be 2 of you to now 3 of you. Yeah. It definitely has
plus
gone
the
up.
Dogs.
And plus the dogs. But what I'm trying to say is like,
and the cat.
You can't. It's not that we're like doing it for the money. We're charging what we charge because unfortunately we have to charge that because we've also got bills to pay. And it's funny you say that because it's a lot of people would say, oh, like why are you charging this and that person's charging this? It's just that's the way that's our prices. This is how I say it. But yeah, it's weird that we're having this conversation off camera as well.
So I mean, music technology was music obviously was a big interest in my life from a very young age, and then I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I knew it was something to do with music, whether it was music technology or production or this, that, whatever it was. But I just had generally an overall key interest in music. So like I said, I used to go into the music studio at lunchtime and this, that. Any chance I got, basically, I would just be making music. Just trying out new things, messing around. Even if you don't know how to use the software, just messing around. Sometimes I find that's the best way to learn a software or learn anything. Just throw yourself into the deep end and just give it a go. Yeah. So that's basically what I did at school. And then obviously done all my the basic bits that I needed to do. Went to college, and then I think after college, I didn't go uni because I felt like for me personally, it wasn't something that I wanted to pursue. I didn't want to pursue that. and take that route, whereas a lot of people do, which is great. Even though education is an important factor, it just wasn't in my agenda back then. Do you know what I mean?
Don't worry, I didn't go uni.
Do you know what I mean? You're doing all right as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? To be honest, I think I'm not gonna sit here and say uni, whatever, because obviously people have their different views about it. But exactly what you said. Uni wasn't just for me. Like, I didn't feel like I needed to go. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I miss that. Like, some of my mates are out in uni and they're going out quite a lot, and they have that kind of freedom where they don't have their parents continuously calling them or stuff like that. But I think I get that going out type of thing now while working here. I mean, it's a lot harder, but I can still live that teenage.
He still goes to uni nights.
Yeah, I still go. Look, you're having a
you would call me and be like, yeah, Kivraj, you're there, yeah. Just
get me in, get me in. Yeah. But yeah, I think like it's good you said. I mean, like uni is not for everyone, and but yeah, what was your transition obviously to becoming a DJ then?
I mean, so it was so from the Dole, played Dole for a number of years, and then I think again it was the family weddings and things, and then at that point I think I used to get booked for Dole gigs. I used to do a lot of like school gigs, proms and that kind of stuff back then, and then a lot of dinner and dances. Back when having a Dole player at a dinner and dance was a thing. I don't think nowadays. I don't even think there's any dinner and dances anymore. But back then, having a Dole player at a dinner and dance was a big. You know, having a saxophonist now is a big thing. For a dinner and dance, not obviously weddings. They still have the Dole players, but having a Dole player at a dinner and dance or any kind of function like that was like, wow, there's a Dole here. So I did a lot of that sort of stuff. Did a lot of charity events when you're trying to come up and you're trying to do your bit and get out there. Did a lot of charity events. And then I just bumped into so many different DJs, and then that's when I kind of gained an interest into the DJing. Obviously, it's like a kid in a candy shop, innit? Like, for example, you know when you're young and you see a big mixer and you're thinking, oh, what does that button do? And you're seeing the skeezer just press all these buttons, and you see the crowd go mad and that kind of stuff. And you just, once you finish your set, I used to just sit there, for example, watching the DJ just to see, right, let's try and get my head around this and see what he's doing. You know, you just end up just kind of, you just fall into it sort of thing. So I was just watching the DJs and what they used to do, and I used to see, obviously now I'm in KUDOS, but back then I was like probably 15. Yeah. Used to see, probably even younger than that, used to see so many different DJs across the board, and used to just see what they were doing, the way they were mixing, their song selection, this, that, what controllers they were using. Back then it wasn't even controllers, it was turntables and CDJs and the dual decks and things. So just watching that, I just gained an interest in the DJing side of it. And then I thought, okay, I want to start getting into this. And then it's funny because I received a call once. I was speaking to one of my mates, Grinda. I think you know him as well, First Class Marquees.
Yes.
You know what? To be fair, I fell into it. Big respect to Grinda, actually, First Class Marquees, yeah. He used to have a shop called New Punjab Tandoori in Slough. You remember, that's a legendary shop. Big up Uncle used to give the free kebab rolls.
That's only one.
There's only one. So next to Skyways, next to near Bailey's house. Okay. So I remember I saw Grinda once, bumped into him, and I was like, oh, bro, like I want to start getting into DJing. And then let me know if anyone wants to, because back then you used to roadie. Now you don't really get many roadies because I think it's got easier in the sense where technology has made it where a lot of people, I don't want to say anyone can pick up a controller and DJ because you still need the knowledge and you still need the experience, but they've certainly made it a lot easier, you know, compared to what it used to be, where you had to literally know the tips and tricks and that kind of stuff, and you had to learn raw.
You had to watch someone.
You had to watch someone and really grasp what you were doing, you know. So when I said to Grinda, I said, look, bro, I want to get into DJing and I want to kind of learn the ropes and that sort of stuff, but I don't know where to start. So he goes, okay, and he's like, he knows everyone, like, you know, like obviously Will from Slough, SL1 and that.
That's it. We all know everyone.
Yeah, everyone. It's all like a little pin, isn't
community,
it? So, yeah. So obviously one person told another person, and just from there, once I got a call, I said, he goes, oh, bro, I've got one of my mates. He needs a door player, and I ended up playing door there. It was a jungle, in a house. It was like 40, 50 people, 60 people. No, more than that actually. It must have been about. Back then, in jungle in a house, they used to have 100, 200 people, innit? Yeah. There used to be no table. One day you should just turn up, call the next door neighbour, call this geezer, call the geezer's dog. Everyone was there, remember? So ended up playing Dole at this jungle. Once I played Dole, and then they had like a little mixer there and stuff like that, and some CDs and things. I was started to collect CDs at that point, even though I wasn't fully into DJing. I had a look on when I used to watch the other DJs mix when I was playing Tool, a few of them did show me how to do this and how to do that. So it wasn't like a full-on gig, but after I played Tool, he goes, "Oh, bro, do you want to just DJ?" And I was thinking, yeah, this is my chance, bro, you know what I mean? So I ended up just playing. I just started DJing, but I wasn't proper DJing back then. Just doing what I could, playing songs, and it was like just the vibe that you got, and you can probably agree with me, Kiv, as well, yeah? Is, you know, the buzz that you get when you're playing to a crowd and they're reacting with what you're doing, and you're getting that interaction and that vibe. Like, you can't replace that energy, and you can't.
100%.
There's nothing
it
better.
Gives you the boost as well.
That satisfaction that you get, bro. It's like sometimes people say to me, "Oh, when you're DJing, how come sometimes you carry on for an hour?" It's just, bro.
You don't even realise.
You don't realise, bro, and the time just goes like that because you're enjoying it and you're fully into it, and we're so passionate about what we do. I could speak for a lot of the DJs out there as well. Like that hour just goes like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes the venue's saying, "Turn it off, turn it off,"
yeah.
and you're like, "Nah, man, I got 2 more songs, come on, man."
Yeah.
And the security standing next to you saying, "Turn it off now."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it's yeah. Sorry, I'm getting off topic again. No. But yeah, so just from there, bro, and I done this party and it was just, the feeling's unbelievable, man. And you just think, and that's when I knew, okay, this is something I want to pursue even further, and I will really get into this. And then again, my mate Grinda called me a couple of months later. He goes, "Oh, do you want to start roadieing?" He goes, one of my mates, Rajan Kataria, DJ H's brother, he goes, "Oh, he needs someone to just help him on the weekends." Back then, like, if you can get into any road show, even as a little assistant or just like a crew or roadie or whatever, it was a big thing, innit? And back then, like, being like probably about 15, 16, you're thinking, "Raw, I'm going to be going with like a big DJ company," do you know what I mean? So he told me, "Oh, he'll be ready at this time on Saturday, get ready, and he'll come pick you up from your house." So I went, but back then you did it all. Now people just jump into DJing straight away. They get a controller and they start, and they can just put mixes up and build their Instagram, which is great. But I always say to people, learn your trade first. Doing mixes on TikTok and this, that, and the other is great. Like, honestly, like, some of them are doing really good things. So nothing against the DJs, but I would always say, I mean, if you want to really know the ropes of anything, you want to start from the bottom and really you work your way up, so you know the nitty gritty. 100%. You should know your equipment inside out. You should know what you're doing inside out. The way we learn and the way we were taught is, I'll come back to that actually, but so just touching base on what I was saying. So yeah, ended up just going with DJ H's brother Rajan. I went for a lighting job. So back then it was like uplights, and we used to have to wire the uplights, not wireless lights. Yeah. So we had to wire them. So it's proper old school plugs and this, that. Now it's all wireless stuff. Did that for about a year or two, and then I met obviously DJ H through his brother, and through one of his other cousins as well, Jaspreet. So he was a big help as well. Like, he was a massive part of the stepping stone from the beginning and that transition. So I met him and
DJ H is one of the owners of KUDOS.
Yeah,
as well,
H, big up DJ H. Yeah,
you probably know, but
yeah. So his brother Rajan and his cousin Jaspreet, they're the two people that really kind of got it started for me right at the beginning, before I even met H. So they kind of pushed me towards the DJing side, because I used to go with different people in terms of learning. So we used to set up the lights, but then I used to again sit and watch the DJ. So it was kind of leaning more towards that. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. So I used to do different events and used to set up the lights and then really watch the DJ and learn what they're doing. And I used to be that, you know, that kid that comes up to you at a party and he's a proper DJ freak and he wants to learn. He's just standing there like this. Yeah. That was me, bro.
No, but I get that as well, though, because obviously I'm like, I say I'm on the younger side still, but like, because I've been around it since I was like really young, I feel like I've got a bit more experience, not like than you, but I'm saying it's like for my age, innit? Yeah. And like, I'm same as you, like, so obviously I was lucky that my dad was in the industry. So like from there I learned a lot of like the technical side of like the sound stuff and how things work, and he can fix everything. So like a little bit of that I learned. And then I remember, so like, I was even more lucky that my brother-in-law turned out to be a DJ. So then I remember when I was really young, I used to go with my dad only, and I used to see, and then like, I don't know if H remembers this, but I've got a picture when I was like 10 or something, at Clearvin. Remember Clearvin? So KUDOS used to have like a residency there. This is when like they were new, like sort of like getting established fully, right? And I used to see H and Jazz there, and I've got a picture, like I'm literally there just asking them questions and like, what does this work? How does this work? And I feel like you have to do that to learn. And then like when I started going with my brother-in-law, and you know Ambi as well, so he's my brother-in-law's partner as well, like there's not like he's obviously very experienced in the terms of like, he's been DJing for over 20 years, so that kind of experience of seeing like the DJ without just like learning about the equipment and everything, just seeing how they work, I think that helped me a lot. Like to see, okay, when the dance floor is dying, what does he do? How does he mic it? That kind of stuff. I feel like you don't really get DJs learning that now.
Yeah.
It's more just straight to the end of the game.
Yeah, that's the thing as
like,
well.
I thought that was one of the most biggest thing for me was like to like the only reason I'm able to mic, I'd say, like, I don't know if I'm good or not, but it's that the only reason I'm what I can do,
good, man,
you're good.
And like even the DJing and stuff is just from watching like these guys. Obviously, Umbi is the main one because I went with them for like at least a year. I went with them. There was a year where I was doing with my dad as well, and then when I was free, I'd go with them as well. And I remember like I used to sit on my phone, not just like watching TikTok and Instagram videos. I'd like sit there writing down, like you can even ask like Umbi and Diddy, like I'd sit there writing down the set and what he's played, how he's mixed it. Because you like some songs that obviously like in your generation as well, when you were a DJ, songs that are like 20 years older from when you were born, how do you get that knowledge otherwise, innit? You can't, you get what I mean? Like, even for us, like, we're our generation, like, we were born in, 2000s? So, like, how do we know what the bangers was from 80s and, like, 70s? You have to see the other DJs doing it. So, I feel like that was one of the big things, and that would be my advice to a DJ now. Like, if you are going into industry, and I say this to anybody, I was like, go and see a DJ who you think you can learn from, and just help them out, do the rigging stuff and all that. But most importantly, when they're DJing, watch them and learn. Like that's what you probably did with H as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. So then obviously H and Jasperi introduced me to. I met H at a few gigs when I was doing the uplighting and stuff. So from that point, and then once I'd done the lighting and done my bit, I just like to just help the DJs out, whatever DJ it was. Back then, it was. There used to be so many like Paragon, Caliber. Everyone used to, obviously everyone knows everyone. So we used to do a bit of uplighting at that job, a bit of uplighting. You used to bump into so many different DJs. So used to watch them. Like you said, the best way to do it, even nowadays, if you can go with a DJ and watch them and see what they do and the way they host and the way they play and their selection and this, that, you can't learn that behind the screen.
That's the hardest part of being a DJ.
That's the hardest part.
The mixing, I always say the mixing will come with practice, But the hardest part of being a DJ is actually the song selection and being able to keep your dance floor full.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You could be the sickest DJ in terms of technical ability, But if you're playing the wrong tunes, your dance floor ain't gonna be.
You got to play the right song at the right time. You got to be able to read your crowd. I say it to everyone. I mean, I might not be the best DJs, you know what I mean? X, Y, and Z might not be the best DJs, but you need to be able to read your crowd. There's people that are phenomenal out there, but I mean, that's the thing. When it comes to like a wedding in a club, for example, a wedding is a completely different
100%. This is what we were saying about.
You've got an auntie there, plus you've got uncles and aunties there. There's a crazy demographic of people. You've got young kids, you've got like my sort of people. I like to say our age, but obviously you lot said 2000s, I'm born in the 90s, isn't it? So I feel a bit old, but you get like my age people, like your generation, you get all the uncles and aunties, like the BBRs and this, that, and the other.
And then you get like some 12-year-old who'll be like, bro,
you get some geezer who says, can you play Baby Shark?
That silly song, Brampton, Richmond,
oh, have you got that song? I don't know what it's called, it's that song.
It goes like that, innit? You know that one, bro, come on.
Bro, you ain't got this song and you're a DJ.
At least like say the name in it or something. Give me a few words or something.
But there's a massive demographic, and you have to know how to read your crowd, man. That's why if you can, like, I would say to any young person who wants to get into it, or even if you're already into it but you don't know what are the kind of next steps to take, I would always advise to go with someone. And I think it comes down to a lot of people. I don't know. I feel like some people don't want to do the hard bits, the graft of. I remember, like, it was fun though back then. It was fun going on the road and learning the ropes.
I'm not gonna lie, that was 6-7 months that I went with them.
Yeah.
Like I remember even like if you ask any of the boys now as well, like they've got a few DJs and stuff that work with, like it's just the bands that you have in the van.
Yeah, it's a laugh, man. Sometimes I still go in the van, you know that?
It's just
I still go in the van because it's a laugh, and it's just like it's just fun, man. Your day goes quicker. It's just. And I'm very hands-on. I like to be there myself from start to finish. And
you get paid as well.
Event, you know? That's a bonus. Got to pay the bills, in it. So that's how I learned, bro. I started all of it like that, and then I slowly bumped into H at a few functions when I was going with his brother and his cousin doing the uplighting and things. Started setting up his rig. I used to always help the DJs. Once I'd done my bit, I couldn't wait to just start helping them with the speaker or doing this or doing that, because I knew that's what I wanted to do. And then
did you go straight into KUDOS as a DJ, or did you?
So we used to. So back then, so it was Caliber, the top tier back then. Yeah. I mean, it's always changing, but. I mean, everyone's got a lot of weight in the industry.
Yeah,
I don't want to obviously say anything bad about anyone. Everyone's got their own clientele, and everyone's good in their own way. They've got their own certain style and things. But back when when I was growing up, I mean, it was so everyone used to be part of Caliber. Everyone used to have these Caliber jackets, and like H was a part of them. A few of the other guys were part of Caliber. So I did lighting with them. At that point, H was part of Caliber. And then like I've been with like Sting, for example, Paragon. So we used to do the uplighting with them, set up these uplights.
Oh, if you had did you do setups for Sting? You'd have to set like 15 base pins.
No, I did. So we used to just do the uplighting. Okay, so just the lights that go on the sides.
Yeah,
so
okay.
The uplight. Nowadays you get the wireless light.
Yeah.
So we used to set up the uplights, and you used to have to connect them up with XLRs and plug them in.
You still see some deco companies use them, innit?
Yeah. So you used to. So you know, like you can. There used to be a little controller, not a laptop, like a manual controller. You used to sit there and we used to control those lights. This is like old school, yeah. So that was my first thing that I started doing. So doing that, and then obviously the more I bumped into H, I started going with him. And then I think it got to a point where he was like, he needed someone with him, and I wanted to really go. Like for me, DJ H has been a massive inspiration from the beginning. Like from what I can remember when I wanted to start DJing, it's like, this is the it guy. Like if you want to go with anyone, this is like, he's the guru, isn't it?
And I've heard that. I've heard that from a lot of people. Bro, he's sick, with his work ethic.
Bro,
a lot of things.
No, but you know what the biggest thing is? He's actually willing to help. Like you think like such a big guy in the industry, you think like they'd be a bit like. Yeah, they don't like. Let's be honest. He doesn't need to do it. Yeah, because
I mean, I've never met H myself, but my dad has.
He's actually
everyone. So I'm yet to, and I can't wait to meet him.
He's the guy who's basically. I mean, he put a lot of. He did actually. He put a lot of DJs on the map, and including like even myself. He's helped me massively, man. Like, bro, like the push and the work ethic that he like kind of drills into you and explains to you, and the way he used to. I used to ask him things. He always used to have time for you, even now. Bro, like, he's my older brother, innit? Obviously, like
he's very competitive as well. We play paddle tennis games.
I need to actually play.
If you're on his team and you lose, if H is watching this now, we played a game recently and we lost to another two KUDOS DJs.
Well, he said you're not that good anyway.
Yeah. We love that. But yeah, so like
I'm gonna play with you. Like, I heard you're not bad.
You know what? Me and H, we were a good team. We just had a bad day. But
do you play football?
Yeah, do you play?
You know what? I don't. I used to in school, but.
You should organise like an industry football.
I said this for so long.
Rugby. I used to be the rugby team in school.
You look at with the beard.
all
the rugby players. We gotta go on to the beard soon. We gotta talk about that. Your signature.
But yeah, man. So I mean, so when I met H, just from there, man, it just kind of all started to fall into place, and he helped me a lot just from the beginning, man. Like even with music, watching him, we used to learn so much. Even now, sometimes if I've got a weekend free, I'll go with him.
Yeah.
You're never always the way I look at it as well. You're never too experienced or too big to learn. You know what I mean? You can always be learning in anything you do.
Yeah, I've been to a few gigs with you.
Exactly. So, I mean, we can all learn off each other, you know. There might be something that I'm doing that he might do and you can pick up some tips. I might see Kiv or vice versa. It could be anyone. You might see another photographer. You might be a guest and you might see actually the way he shoots. It's all like our industry is all love. And
well, I remember the gig I went with him. He was like, "Kiv, I need a hand with my controller break," because he didn't have it. Like, I was doing hire for a minute, so he didn't have like his crew or whatever with him. So he's like, "Kiv, I need it." I was like, surely it's just a bag or like a small case. Like, but I went to his car.
It's a full-on fly case, bro.
Bro, the controller is like longer than this table.
It's a full.
I was like, bro, we need a few more men.
But bro, we could sit here talking about a lot of people, and I think we all respect a lot of people. I think the one question, obviously, we haven't spoken about COVID. So one question I want to ask you is, COVID affected a lot of people. How did it affect you, and how did it change your life?
Especially because you're a full-time DJ, full-time in events as well. Obviously, you work as well, but.
So with COVID, so this was a tricky time, obviously, for everyone, whether you're in the industry or not. The whole world was going through this, right? So it was nuts at the beginning because it was just like, hold on. Obviously, our generation, especially, I don't think anyone's experienced that. I think there was something back in the day, not like this, but
it was like 100 years ago.
Yeah. Before anyone that we would know had experienced that. But yeah, with COVID, it just all of a sudden, I remember when they did the announcement saying, right, we're going to go into lockdown. That's it, done. And then I remember I was in the office and I was thinking, right, all of a sudden it just went bang. It was just like, then it hit us. We heard about COVID because we just had our KUDOS 10-year party at the Natural History Museum. So it was all like everything was ready to rock and roll. And then all of a sudden, bang, this just hit us. Do you know what I mean?
But when the lockdown happened, it was, I remember, like, I don't know about you, but I remember when they were like, everybody thought like after 3 weeks it'll be fine. Like, it was never really
that's
like
exactly it, bro. Because
it was just like, we'll have a 3 week break.
And then when it hit us, it was like, okay, this is going to happen now. It's inevitable, right? This is going to happen. That's it. And then when you're at home at that point, then it was like, you know, it was just like no one was, especially our industry, no one was saying when we were going to open. And even though they were giving you small updates along the way,
a little bit of hope.
Yeah, a little bit of hope. You're just holding on to that bit of hope.
Or the 6 o'clock Sky News sitting by the TV, listen to Boris say this, Boris say that, and then
And
do you know what? I think it was a difficult time for everyone. Obviously, for us in the industry, I think other industries could work, working from home, but the wedding industry, you can't work from home.
I mean, you must have. Did you do any events where there was like 30 people there, no dancing?
I think I did one.
I remember.
One, but
it's just not the same vibe, innit?
Yeah, and plus because there was no dancing, it was just background music, and it was 30 people, and this was obviously later on in the year when
it was allowed.
When it was allowed, but before that, nothing.
And talk to me, has COVID changed what you do now?
I think in terms of it has. I think in terms of people are being mindful of how big they're going in terms of numbers. We find that. But I think in terms of venues, people want to do maybe smaller manor houses and things like that and reduce the numbers. Destination weddings have picked up a lot. So we find we're like in Italy one day, then we're in Netherlands, and we're here and there and everywhere.
Yeah.
So we're doing a lot of destination weddings, which is like a trend, I would say. So right now it's trending. And then, I think in terms of people's mindset has definitely changed in terms of whether it's our industry, the customer, everyone. If you're thinking of getting married, people think twice and put everything into a priority list and think, actually, do I need that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that was probably the biggest eye-opener for people, if you like, whether you're in the industry or not. Everyone had that eye-opener and had that reality check because it's never happened. And now it's like, people don't know if something like this could happen again because now it's proven possible now, right?
Yeah.
So not even just COVID, it could be anything. And all of a sudden, bang, you just go into a lockdown.
Yeah.
So having that experience, and then I think everyone's got that in the back of their mind, thinking that we need to just be mindful and but at the same time, I think it's not. I don't want to say. Obviously, a lot of people lost their lives as well, which is really sad. I mean, I've had loved ones who've lost their lives because of COVID as well. But I'm sure, obviously, everyone has, the whole world.
Everybody's been affected somehow.
I don't want to say there's nothing anyone's gained from it in that sense, because obviously everyone's lost someone, right? But it's more so I think the knowledge that it's given you to be grateful for
people you have around
the people you have around you, and just to embrace life a bit more, be happier, don't worry too much about bills and money and this, that. As long as you've got a roof over your head, you eating food, you can sleep at night, you're rich. That's in my personal opinion. Do you know what I mean?
But I think going back to your point on talking about, obviously you're saying when you lose people, everyone loses people, 100%. But I think during COVID, it was a lot harder. I mean, I lost my granddad, and I was super close to him. You couldn't even see them, isn't it?
You couldn't even see
them. I couldn't even grieve properly with my family, and still to this day, I'm thinking like, because it's playing on your mind, like, because I didn't get to go see them, I didn't get to go see my granddad in hospital. It was more like, is it really true? Are you sure?
It's hard to fathom, isn't it?
100%.
It doesn't hit you. It doesn't hit you because you're thinking, am I like, do I need to wake up and think, hold on, what's going on?
What's going on? Yeah, I think that it was that, like, and I say now, like, COVID was 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
It's mad. Like,
and now it just feels like a blur, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I'm like, crap. Like, I remember, like, I was in COVID and I was thinking, shit, will we ever get out of this? Will we ever live life where we can sit like this close and have a conversation without wearing a mask?
I tried to get a mask, but
I forget that. But again, people obviously have their views on COVID.
But you know, even like you were saying about like obviously the loss and stuff as well. But like you're a dad as well now, so like people, I don't know exactly when your baby was born, but like my brother-in-law and sister, when like my nephew was born, it was during COVID. So like that was mad for them, because obviously I'm saying this because you're a dad and that, so you might like relate to it. But like I remember on the like when the baby was born, like my brother-in-law couldn't even be in the room. Like,
that's the thing. Like, so I know a couple of friends, and I know some family members that had that as well. I was quite lucky. My little one was born in July last year, so it wasn't a COVID baby. But I think people who've experienced that, firstly, it's sad because you want to be able to experience the birth of your child, right? And that's like the biggest thing that could potentially happen to you, or the biggest thing that
after your wedding.
that is like, bro, it's a gift of life, isn't it? So
of course,
you can't. you can't even describe. Like I was saying earlier, you can't describe that, and you can't really put into words how it feels. But if you're not there at the birth of your child, it's heartbreaking, innit? You want to be there, but there's nothing you can do because again, this COVID thing, and kids are being born, and you can't even be in that room, man, with your missus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's hard.
It's heartbreaking, man. It is sad, and thankfully, I mean, I was lucky. I didn't experience that. My little one was born last year, but I know a few friends and a few family members who've had that as well. And the kids were born in COVID time, and even the kids couldn't see anyone when they were born. No one could come around.
And I think, and it's that saying of COVID babies, like. I know quite a few COVID babies, and it's more like it's not the baby's fault. They never got to mingle with family during the time, and it's more like when families start coming around, it's like, what's going on? I'm used to seeing the same people. Now I'm seeing these 100 different people almost every week. What's going on? But yeah, like you said, I think it is that, like you said, with babies, that they didn't get introduced to people as they were obviously young. And it's that developing stage of a baby, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's nice to have people around. Like, we love having family come over and friends come over, and it's more so for, like, obviously for all of us, but my little one or anyone's child, it's like they get that
used to
companionship, and they get used to that person or those people coming around, and it's exciting for them. They see new faces, and it's good for their development. You know, they grow up happier, and it's nice to be a bit sociable, especially for kids. But a lot of those kids that are born in 2020 and things like that, it's sad for them because they didn't really have that playtime with other people and things. So
I mean, I'm lucky with my nephew. He's you wouldn't expect him to be born in 2020 like that. He's got so much energy. He's ready to talk to everyone.
Yeah,
he's a lucky one. Maybe because his dad's a DJ, so he's got that.
Now some kids, I mean, obviously, I'm not saying like that happens to all the kids, but. There's some people that's happened to, unfortunately.
Yeah, of course,
but it's with. I mean, there's been loads and loads of stuff. We could go on all day about what's happened in COVID and how it's affected. Well, whether it's little kids who've just been born or like older people, you know, with deaths and this, that, and social development, whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's been affected at some point during COVID or in some way, shape, or form. 100%. That's probably the best way to put it, right?
Right, Manny. Normally we play a game with all our guests, so we're gonna play a game with you. It's called Quickfire. So Kiv's going to ask you a couple of questions. You just got to answer them quickly.
Right.
The aim is basically just for people over there to know who you are and just to develop an understanding about you.
Just quick answers.
Quick answer.
Is this a good time to say I'm trying to learn impressions? You know that? Well, I'd like to do that, to be fair.
Do you know any impressions?
Nah, not really.
Go on.
We'll ask him that question as that.
There you go. We can try.
There you go.
Okay, so
they're not any good. I mean, recently I've been doing... so me and my missus recently got into Peaky Blinders.
Okay.
I don't know if you lot have seen it.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so this is the first question then.
Yeah,
what's your best impression? Bang on that.
What's my best impression?
Well,
you have to give us the impression.
Oh man, this is a hard one. I don't know, because I can't really do a lot of them. But I try my best.
Go on, give it a try.
Anything, like accent, anything.
All accents, accent.
I can't. I can do like I can do a bit of a Brummie accent, yeah. Because we do a lot of gigs in Birmingham. So like one of my best mates, Jeevan's from Birmingham, and he's got an accent like this. Okay. Normally we go for a curry and a pint, don't we?
Go for a mixed grill, bro.
Yeah, it's not that good though. But sometimes the way they're speaking, if you're from Wolverhampton, you speak really slowly like this, don't you? You have to go and get a cab and come back and listen to what they're saying.
Alright, that's pretty good.
That's alright.
That's all I can really do, to be honest.
As your DJ, always at weddings, starters or main course?
Starters all the time, bro.
And what's your favourite starter at a wedding?
What you got on the menu, bro?
Nah, it's up to you. What do you like to see on the menu?
I mean, it depends. It depends on the
It's Quickfire.
Okay. I would say the chicken tikka.
Chicken tikka, okay, straightforward, standard. What's your favourite dance floor banger? So, like, if you have to play one Punjabi track and you know it's going to get the crowd up, what are you going with? Me and Harmeet ready to go on the dance floor. What are you going to put out? He's probably going to dance. I'm probably
well, Duku parties are a bit different, isn't it, bro?
That's it.
I mean, Diljit always works really well. A specific song or just an artist?
No, whatever.
I would say Diljit is a safe go-to.
Yeah, safe
so
go-to.
Diljit always works really well.
Alright, cool. So this is a question tailor-made to you.
Yeah.
What's more important for you, like a fresh haircut or a fresh beard trim? So you can't have both, just one.
You can't have both?
No, you can only have one.
Oh, but then the look doesn't look complete.
Yeah,
that's the
but
problem, isn't it?
That's what's more important to you.
That wasn't what I was trying to bug.
There you go.
Is that your answer?
I would say, I think hair you could probably make it work.
That's what I was going to say. You could get away with it. Put a little ponytail or something.
Yeah. So hair you could probably make it work. So for that reason, I'd say beard trim.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, you sharpen the beard up. For sure,
That's
man.
it, man.
For sure.
Okay, you were talking about destination weddings before. So UK-based weddings or destination weddings?
See, it's a funny one because it depends. UK crowd or like a broad crowd?
No, but I'm just meaning like the same.
In general.
Like
in general, I would say destination is a bit more. I think people are more relaxed because no one's got to work in the morning.
It's like a holiday.
It's a bit more of a holiday. No one's thinking about what they've got to do tomorrow. You just let loose. Therefore, the parties are better because everyone's just chill mode. Do you know what I mean? So destination, yeah.
All right. Favorite month of the year?
Um,
Are you a summer person, winter person?
I would say July because my wife's birthday and my little one's birthday, they're 2 days apart.
What a romantic guy.
Yeah. Come on. July is my favourite time of year because of that reason.
That's really nice.
Oh, that's alright.
Well, okay, so we're talking about cars off camera. So what's your favourite sort of car?
I've always been a Jap car person, you know that? Yeah, I would say, I would say Skyline, Nissan Skyline.
Yeah?
I'm not really into like the German cars or like
supercars and stuff.
Yeah, supercars and that kind of thing.
Fair enough.
I like the either that or the classics. I do like the Challengers, or I do like the 69 Charger, 1969 Charger.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Dogs or cats?
Oh, you can't,
bro.
They have to.
I mean, he's got a dog and a cat.
Yeah, but he's got
He's
got 3 dogs and 1 cat.
Yeah, but still,
he's got you there.
I have my hands full with 3 dogs. Otherwise, would have got 3 cats as well.
Yeah, but you got 3 dogs though, so
Hey, let's change that up. A walk with the dog or a play with the cat inside the house.
Do that. Yeah, he's a dog owner, so he'll say that.
I think with dogs you get fresh air and you get clarity when you go for a walk. So mine's like a pack walk because I've got like 2 of them, 3 of them, and we all go together, and you get just a bit more clarity when you go for a walk. So just generally makes you feel a bit better as well. I would say dog walk.
Right, Manny, talk to me about your beard. Obviously, you've known as
Book
the beard. So talk to me. What's with the beard, man? What made you grow the beard?
To be honest, I mean, there wasn't anything really behind it. Believe it or not. It's mad how it happened. It was just really it was just impulsive. It was just like spontaneous. I just grew my beard one day and that's it. Well, I grew it on the way in.
Yeah.
But
it's still looking clean though.
That's all right.
Did you get a trim? Did you soy out?
No, I grew it. That's how I walked in and it lined up. It's
walk through those doors and that's it. Natural barber.
No, it's just I just thought I'd just let it. Basically, it's always been like I've had it really short. I remember I used to have like my mucha used to be curly. You probably remember that back in the day when I was younger. And I'm just like just tried out different trends, to be honest. And then I just grew my beard over time, and it just kind of I kind of just fell into it. It just like people just started affiliating me with that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What's the catch like? Can we hear it from you?
Book the beard.
That's it. Go on, tell everyone who you are.
I need to like if I was doing an advert, it'd be like.
He's getting his DJ voice on.
Book the beard.
Book the beard. You heard it, guys.
Book the beard. Book the beard.
That's how you know. That's how you know Manny's modelled.
Yeah,
no.
He's been a model. He's been a model.
No, it's just
you know what that reminds me of? Like, you know one of those like Budweiser ads or something where they just like slide and they're like, have a Budweiser.
That's it. But no, I think it's looking clean, and I think that's what a lot of people know you as the beard man.
Yeah, you know what? It just happened, man, and then just from there,
distinctive feature.
That's it.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, I mean, I grew my beard, and then I started getting approached by like wedding magazines and photographers and things like that. And I just ended up doing shoots, and that's how the whole kind of the modelling bit started. I don't do that so much now because the DJing's so busy. But back then, when I had a bit more free time, and obviously you get busier with family and stuff, so your commitments change, right? But I used to do a bit of that back then, and just from there, and then I think the popularity of that, and it just kind of people started affiliating me with that, and then people used to come up to me sometimes and take pictures saying, "Oh, you book the beard, innit?" And it's mad because it's like it was just a hashtag I used one day, and then just like I felt like overnight it just changed into this thing, man, and it just worked for me. So just since then, and the rest is history, to be honest.
That's brilliant. But guys, I think we've come to the end of the podcast, and I just want to say a massive thank you to Manny yourself, and a massive thank you to KUDOS as well. Guys, I'm gonna, like I say in every podcast, I'll leave all the hashtags, all the ats in the subscription. If you guys are looking to get married, or if you guys are looking for any party, birthday DJs, you know where your DJs are. You got one here, you got one over there. Book the beard is how he says it. Book the beard.
Did you get that? Sorry, I was after the camera's on.
That's it. But Manny, thank you so much for coming. Hope you enjoyed yourself. It was lovely speaking to you.
No, thank you for having me.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, keep up the good work as well.
Thank you so
I'm loving
much.
what you guys are doing. You know, it's a shame that we can't carry on. I feel like I've been.
There's so much to talk about.
Yeah. There's so much that we need to touch base on and catch up. But hopefully, I can come again soon.
100%. We'll do a catch up.
But
yeah, once again, thank you guys so much. It's Harmeet from Eastwest signing out, and this is
DJ Kivraj.
And we're out. Thank you.